Hello and welcome to this Trading Systems Design webinar. My name is Alfred Calvet. I am Alphadvisor's Community Manager and I'm going to be hosting today's webinar. I'm going to be speaking, but if you have any doubts, you can communicate through a live chat we have here. Maybe or probably you already know about this chat. So here you can ask any questions you may have regarding the strategy that I'm presenting you today. Questions about design or any feature you want to know about the software we're using. We're going to have two members of our team. One of them is Juan Manuel Almodovar. He's the Research and Development Director of Alphadvisor, and he's an expert in trading with automated systems. We also have Gonzalo Chiliz. He's the head of the programming department. So you see, very good company, two experts. They're here sitting for you and waiting for your questions. So let's start. That's appearing big, yeah, like that. So first of all, I'll show you the strategy I want to use, the strategy that I want to automate. Then the next step will be to check in MetaTrader that our strategy is doable, that it makes sense, that we can actually do it. We do that by loading the indicators we're going to use in the chart and by looking for situations when the orders would take place. The next step will be designing the expert advisor with Alphadvisor. Once we are done with the design, we will go back to MetaTrader and we will load the robot. And we will make sure that it works properly. When we're sure that it works, then we will run a complete back test. And we will analyze the results in our strategy analyzer. So this is the outline of today's webinar. So that's what we're going to be doing. Now let's just start. I'm going to pass you a slideshow I have prepared to introduce you the strategy we are building. So choose your strategy. Whatever your strategy is, it is very likely that it can be automated if you use the right tools. This is the first thing we have to consider. What is our investment idea? Yeah? Whatever it is, we will probably be able to automate it. In this webinar, we're going to learn how to design a system that combines two indicators, Bollinger Bands and RSI. There are two popular indicators. Maybe you're already familiar with them. If you don't worry. We're gonna see now what they do. I'm gonna explain you a little bit. So the Bollinger Bands, for example, is an indicator that combines moving averages and standard deviations, and it's used to find oversold and overbought prices. The relative strength index, also known as RSI, measures the market strength and tells us the same thing actually. It tells us, it determines when prices are oversold and overbought. So, and you may wonder why, if they do the same, we're going to use both. Because we want to make sure that when we open positions in the market, we're actually not being misled by any of the indicators. So we're going to use two to make sure, two different analyses, two different indicators that tell us the same thing. So the chances of being right are higher. So that's the goal. That's why I have chosen this strategy with these particular indicators. So we will only open position when both indicators confirm the same, right? So, for example, for the well, let me go on, and I will explain you in more detail right now. For example, operations will open at the crossing of the price with the Bollinger Bands lower and upper bands. So, Bollinger Bands will be the trigger of the system. In addition, as I've just said, we're gonna use the RSI. We're gonna use it as a filter, right? Let me see. Yeah, it was written here. I just skipped this piece of text, but that's just what I'm saying, right? That we're gonna use an RSI filter that will make sure that the market is oversold and overbought. All right. So here in this slide, you can see in more detail the order and the order opening parameters. So buy orders will be launched if the closing of a candle crosses the lower band and the RSI is below 30. Sell orders will open if the closing of a candle crosses the upper band and the RSI is above 70. Right? It's quite simple. Yeah. So you might be wondering how we can configure, how we can program a system like that. And I'm going to show you how to do it in a matter of minutes. To make things easier, what we're going to do, we're going to use the set of pre-programmed blocks that Alphadvisor provides. You just need to choose which ones you want to use and to connect them according to your strategy. Once we finish designing, we'll have our expert advisor available in MetaTrader. It's going to be ready to work, to backtest, whatever you want to do with it. My advice is run backtests and optimize. But you'll see it's very easy to design. So let's go on. Well, I'll make a brief introduction to this block that I was mentioning later, but now I'm going to put you in context, right? Before designing the system live. I'm going to explain how to configure the blocks, and then we're going to do it, and you're going to see it again. Right? So I'll start with a start block at that's called every new candle, and there I will name the EA. After that, I'll use a bullish line crossing block and a bearish line crossing block for sell and for buy operations respectively. We will configure the bearish line crossing for buy operations at the crossing of the close, that's important, at the close of candle 1 with Bollinger Bands lower band. Yeah? And we will configure the bullish line crossing for sell operations at the crossing of close of candle 1 with Bollinger Bands upper band, right? So when the price crosses, well, actually when prices cross the bands, the lower and the upper band of the indicator, you know that the middle band, the middle line is a simple moving average of 20 periods, and then we have these two bands, the higher and the lower, which are a combination of which are a combination actually of two other indicators. But now I cannot remember the name. Those are things that happen live. So let's move on. The next blocks, which are the next step, are also the next step is to configure the RSI filter. For that purpose, we will use the blocks above level and below level. For buy positions, the level will need to be below 30, and for sell positions, the level will need to be above 70. These blocks are really simple to configure. You'll see later when we do it. So let's go on. To finish, we're going to finish with the open buy and open sell blocks. You can configure the market exit by take profit and stop loss in these bearish blocks, but I recommend you not to do that and wait until you have completed an optimization. By doing so, you will know actually which are the best values, the values that fit better to the robot. I will insist through the webinar that optimization is one of the most important steps in the creation of a strong, stable, and profitable expert advisor. I'm going to be repeating that through the whole webinar, but it is actually a very important thing, right? So it can help us really a lot. I mean, if we want to succeed, if we want to create a good system, we always need to optimize. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So we could have a winner system and lose money with it, or we could have, we could be misled by a backtest with good results, but that comes from a bad system, a system that will make us lose money on the long term. So yeah, we're going to be talking about optimization later again. So let's go on. We're done now with the slideshow. Let's just go to MetaTrader and see how the system would work. So here, this is a template that I have already set that contains both indicators I'm going to be using in my strategy. These are the Bollinger Bands, and on top you see the lines here, 3 lines, and the RSI at the bottom with a level set at 70 and 30, right? So, as I said before, the operations would open, for example, here. You see, that's a crossing, so that would be a sell position when the price crosses the upper band. But in this case, in particular, we wouldn't have opened a sell position. Why? Because the RSI is not above 70, right? So it's still in between levels. So as far as the RSI is between levels, we're never gonna open any positions. So let's just check here, for example, it's above 70, right? And we have a bullish crossing right on this candle. So that means on the next candle, a sell position would have opened, right? If the robot that we're going to create would have been working here in this candle, a sell operation would have opened. So let's look now for a buy operation example. For example, here, you see that we have the RSI at 21. So that's clearly below 30. And here there has been, here it is also, yes. Here it's not 21, it's 26, but it's still underneath. So below 30. And we have a bearish crossing, right? With the lower band of the Bollinger Band. So the price crosses the lower band and the RSI also accomplishes the condition, which is it needs to be below 30. So here on the right on the next candle here, a buy operation would open. So these are 2 examples of situations when we would have opened positions in the market. Now, once the strategy has been clearly set on our mind, maybe you can also write it down on paper. or even as I do, that would be the best thing, you confirm it in MetaTrader. Now that we know that it's doable, let's just do it. Let's design, and you'll see it's fun. You know, I really like to design with Alphadvisor, with our software. It's really a very nice thing, right? If you follow carefully my instructions, you'll realize how easy it is to automate a trading system with Alphadvisor Builder, even without having any programming knowledge. You can download Alphadvisor's demo for free at our website if you want to. Our website is alphadvisor.com, and you can start practicing along with me. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to install it. If you do so let me show you first. Here, alphadvisor.com. If you go to demo, you can download the software for free. It's cool if you do it right now, because then we can work together. So I will be giving you the instructions, and you can be following them. So if you want, you can already start. Sorry, you just click on download, and in a couple of minutes, you're gonna have it installed in your computer. Right. So we were here. Yes. If you do so, if you would install the software at the end of the webinar, you will have achieved a strong trading robot, right? Yourself, that I show you how to do, but that you will also do. But the most important thing, you'll have learned how to work with this great software, and you'll be able to automate your own trading strategies in the future. You might need to attend a couple more webinars, probably, and read our user's guide. We have a guide for more details. But trust me, it's very easy to master the software. Yeah. So, alright. I'm back here. So let's go on. Let's now just design the system with our software, with Alphadvisor. So here, I hope you had all time to install the application. Let's start designing. Some minutes ago, I was telling you about the pre-programmed blocks that I'm going to use. So then you can see them here on the left side of your screen. So you see that the list is quite huge. So imagine the possibilities you have, right? So you just need to use your imagination and start creating your own expert advisors. Here, and it's not over, it goes down. So we have technical analysis blocks. We have, of course, the blocks to open positions. We have the close order blocks, right? Close order, just one, all pending orders, open orders. So we have the order management block with trading stop, break even, and even dynamic take profit and stop loss. So yeah, you can do that with this software. Then the order information blocks. These blocks just collect information. They don't actually do anything, but they collect information from the chart, right? What is happening there. So we might need this information because depending on what is happening, we want to act one way or the other. So these are also very useful blocks. Then we have also filters, like time filters, hour, week, month, and year, and account filters. So we can work according to the balance or the equity of our account. So that's also very cool, right? We can say, okay, I've earned enough money. I don't want to earn any more. So just stop, or the other way around. Actually, that's what they are meant for. Actually. So let's just start, right? We're gonna start with an every new candle block. You drag it from the left side, you just click on it and you drag it to the screen, to the center, to the blank page in the center. So by using this block, we'll be designing an expert advisor that will launch an analysis once per candle. If we would want that that analysis would be launched at every new tick, at the minimum price change of the market, we could start by using an every new tick block, right? So you can do both. But actually, what I'm gonna do for today's example, I'm gonna use an every new candle block. So I'm gonna open the orders on the next candle. So here you just click on it and you name your expert advisor. This one I've called it Buster. Right, so easy, right? You just click on it and always go. So when you click on the blocks, here is where you're gonna configure them, the properties section on the right hand side of your screen. So name of the EA, Buster, and that's it. And I don't need to configure anything else right now in this block. This one is done. Now we're gonna go on with a bearish line crossing. That's gonna be for buy operation. So let's drag a bearish line crossing block and connect it to the head of the rubber. That would be the head of the system, right? To connect blocks is also very simple. I'm gonna show you again. Click with the right button of your mouse and just drag till here. Here you release, and that's it. Blocks have been connected and the diagram can flow. So always it's important that you connect the blocks, otherwise it's not gonna work. Yeah, the flow diagram is not gonna go its way. So for the bearish level crossing, what we're gonna need is, as I said before, we want the close of a candle to cross in a bearish way, actually. Of course, that's why we've chosen this. We want it to cross Bollinger Bands lower band, right? So in the properties section, click on indicator and then look here in candles. You just click and you select the close of candle 1. So you just click on close, and here in shift you write number 1. So that's how we're setting the close of candle 1. You say okay. I'm sorry, I did a mistake here. It's not, I picked a level crossing, but I mean a line crossing. I just misread the block. So now, that's how we do it, right? So we had a level, so the level block we're gonna use it later. I'm sorry. So let's go on. Bullish line crossing, just connect it to the block, every new candle, and click on indicator 1. Again here, now it makes sense. Here, we select the close of candle 1, alright? And here, in indicator 2, we're gonna select the Bollinger Bands. So let's go to indicators, click on Bollinger Bands, and here it's very important, on mode, you're gonna choose lower band, right? So you see that you can choose both, but we're interested in the lower band. Now in shift, click on 1. Yeah, we're talking about the same candle, and that's it. Well, if you want, for example, here we have a period of 20. What we could do, we could just optimize this value, right? I don't know if actually a period of 20 is the best parameter, is the best value. Why not 23? Why not 40, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click here in the box right to the name period, and automatically what I'm doing is I'm passing this variable to MetaTrader, right? So I'm creating an external variable. Alright, so I like to do that personally, right? Because as I was saying before, I'm very into optimization. So always externalize, or always click and export to MetaTrader the values or the parameters you want to optimize. So here in period, I just clicked lower band in candle 1. We say OK, and that's it. The block has already been configured. Bullish. Oh, well, wait. I don't know what's going on. I know. Wait. It's a bearish line crossing actually. I'm used to do it with most of the systems. For buy operations, I'm always using bullish crossings, right? But this one especially works differently. So I'm just gonna do it again very fast. It's a bearish line crossing. So we wanna price go down until it crosses the lower band. So again, I'm gonna do it again very fast. Alright. So here, indicator, Bollinger Bands, lower band. That's good because then you've seen it already twice and you can remember better how to do it. So that's it. Now it's right. Bearish line crossing, not bullish. But now it's when I'm going to use the bullish line crossing. And I'm going to connect it here to this side. And I'm going to use this one to connect later the sell operation, right? The open sell block. So here in bullish line crossing, we're going to do it in the same way, right? So that the close of candle 1, so close in shift 1, is crossing, right, the upper band of the Bollinger Band. So let's choose Bollinger Bands. Again, let's click on period to be able to optimize it later. And upper band is already set like this. We don't need to touch it. And candle 1 in shift. Shift is always the candle number. Yeah, so just write 1 and click OK. And that's it. So the line crossings with the price and the Bollinger Band are already set, are already configured. Let's now move on with the RSI filter. So we're going to drag the block above level for a buy position. And remember to connect it always, as I'm saying, connect it to the previous blocks. Did I say above or below? Actually, what I need is a below level block. So, indicator, click on the properties indicator, and in indicators, you look for the RSI. As simple as that. You find it here, relative strength index. Again, you can click on period and make it as an external variable to be able to optimize it later. And in shift, choose shift 1. So you just write 1 here in the value, right, column. You say OK. And just set here the level. In this case, it's going to be 30. So level 30. And that's it. So this one is, as you see, is really easy to configure. You just choose the indicator you want to use and set the level you want it to exceed. And that's it. Let's do it now. Let's do it again. Let's do the same, but for the sell operations. Now we need the RSI to be above 70. So we're going to use an above level block. Click on the block, connect it always. Remember, I'm repeating it all the time, but it's very important. You drag the block and you connect it to the previous block. I'm connecting them actually through yes, because what I want is that both conditions meet, right? I'm just gonna open operations when both conditions happen. So that's why I'm connecting them through yes. If I wanted something else to happen, or in the robot, if I wanted the robot to do something when a condition would not happen, then what I should do is connect it through no, right? So you can also do that. But that's actually not what we're interested in this afternoon. So we click above level, and again we're gonna select the indicator, which is the RSI. There we go. Click on period. That's optional. It's not necessary, but it's good to do. And in shift you write 1, and this is necessary. What was optional, I was talking about the period, right? But here we also we always need to give a value to the candle number. So number 1, and that's it. So again, very simple. All right, so that's it for the blocks, for the conditions. They are all set, and now we will finish the design of our expert advisor just by adding the open buy and open sell blocks. So just drag them from the list, open buy and open sell, and connect them to the rest of the diagram, to the rest of the robot. And here, now, you have to click on them and give names to the orders. So you might as well, so if you click on buy, you can write here, order name, you say buy, and you might as well here set or configure the stop loss and the take profit values. As I was telling you before, I prefer to optimize them later. So, because then I'm going to be sure that I'm using the best value, right? The values that better match my system. So, I'm going to leave them like that. I'm going to leave them in 50, right? That's the standard, let's say, the preset or the random value that comes with the software. So, open buy has already a name. Now let's name the sell orders. So I'm gonna write sell here, and again, I'm not gonna set the stop loss and take profit. Money management, that's another thing you could manage from here, but we're just not gonna go into this right now, because we could do a whole webinar talking about the money management options. So let's better today not go into this, go in depth into this topic. So now it has been designed, and listen, this is very important. What do you have to do now? You always need to make sure that you compile your robot. So click on the compile button, that's the green play button here, right? You see, compile. And I don't need to do it because I have already done the robot before. But you just would click on here and you would compile it. What you do when you compile the robot, you're saving them in your MetaTrader experts folder. So that means you're going to have it ready when you go back to MetaTrader. So if right now, let's say now we compile and your MetaTrader platform is open, you need to restart it, right? So the expert advisor that you have just created, it's going to be saved in MetaTrader's folder, but you will need to restart MetaTrader in order to use it, in order to see it. So compile, go to MetaTrader, restart, and ready to go. That's it. So fast and so easy. We have automated a trading system, a trading strategy, combining two indicators. This was actually a simple one, a simple robot, but with some practice, you'll be able to automate most of the strategies you have in mind. Yeah, you'll see it's quite easy to work with the software. So now we are in MetaTrader, we're back to MetaTrader, and we're gonna see if the system works, and we're gonna run a bug test. Let's verify that it works properly, that we have configured the robot correctly. So always go here to the strategy tester, you click, and in the tab settings, here you find expert advisor, right? So I'm going to choose it from here. These are all the expert advisors I've been using lately, right? So that's the one we're using today. That's the Buster. Symbol, I'm going to leave it in euro-dollar. I normally work with euro-dollar. Well, with other currencies as well, but let's just leave this one. Control points, period of 1 hour. So these are 1 hour candles. And if you check here, what I was telling you before in the expert properties, you see that the period of the Bollinger Bands and the period of the RSI have been exported into MetaTrader. So when you click on them and you give the right values here, you're ready to optimize these parameters along with the stop loss and the take profit. So that's a very important thing. I'm just showing you how to do that, where it is. And let's run a back test in visual mode so that you can see when operations open and when they close. So let's go on here. Imagine here, that would have been a buy operation. Why we don't have it? Because the robot hadn't started yet. So I think we have started the robot right at this candle, or maybe here at this one, or here, right? But here the robot was not still working. So if you wonder why there's not an order here, it's just because we have started right now, right at these candles here. So let's go on. As long as the RSI is kept between the levels, let's say in the channel, nothing is gonna happen. Here, you see that? So I'm gonna just do it a bit more so that it's here. You can see it better. Now, here we have the RSI right here. Oops. Yeah, it's in 74, right? RSI is 74, so it's above, clearly above 70, and then we have a bullish line crossing at this candle, at this very same candle where the RSI is above the level. So when this happens, on the next candle, a sell operation will open, and it has closed actually 2 candles later by take profit. Very well. Let's go on. Well, we don't have much time left, so I'm gonna hurry up. Actually, I'm gonna do it a bit faster so that, yeah, so now it has worked a little. Let's look for more operation. Well, yeah, right. So here, these are all sell operations. We have already seen examples of sell operations. I'm looking now for a buy operation example. For example, here, right? So we have the RSI is below. It's 27, so below 30, and there has been a bearish line crossing with the price and the lower band of the Bollinger Band. So on the next candle, a buy operation has been launched and has closed 2 candles later by stop loss. So you've seen that the system works, right? So here again, more line crossing, RSI above 70, another sell here, another sell, again line crossing, RSI below, slightly below, above, slightly above, but it's still above. So the system works. Now that we've seen that it works, let's save the okay, we have not just seen how it works, but we have also run a backtest. So now let's see how we can save the results of this backtest and how we can analyze them in Alphadvisor's Strategy Analyzer. So just go to the Results tab, and here you have all results, right? So click with the right button on any of them, it doesn't matter which, because it's gonna save the whole report. So click Save as Report and give it a name, right? So I'm just not gonna do it now because I have already, as you see here, I have a folder full of reports, but you would, for example, save it in Backtests, Buster, and let's say Test Webinar. Let's save it anyways. Alright. Oops. We would now go to Alphadvisor and we would click on File and click on Analyze Reports. And here you see I already have it. I have saved already the report. Make sure it's always in HTML. So when the analyzer always opens HTML reports. Yeah. Files. Sorry. So you would just click on one. As you see, I've run a lot of tests with this robot, and I have already one here that this one has been optimized, right? So look how nice the curve is, graphic. So it's a cool robot with nice profit factor, nice SQN, so system quality number. So you see the system works, yeah. It makes profit. Well, I'm not so interested in the profit right now, but I'm interested in showing you how to analyze this. So you just load the report, and you can see here on the left hand side, you can see the statistics. So with all the numbers, right? Profit, absolute profit, total PIP, you have a lot of information. Actually, you have more information in this analyzer than in MetaTrader's analyzer. Here you have the summary, right? The trade summary, symbol summary, and here you have all the charts actually. So if you want to see the balance and the drawdown, so here that's the one you have in the tab balance. That's the balance, that's the drawdown. But if you're interested in a different kind of analysis, you want to see how your robot has been working at every hour. So you just click on hours and you will see the performance on your robot during the whole day. You can also check it out by market. As you see, our system is a winner in 3 markets, in the European, the American, and the Asian market. Weekly, you can also see a weekly chart, a monthly chart, and a symbol chart. Even we just have one now, which is the euro-dollar, euro-US dollar. But you could also combine different reports. So you could run backtests in different symbols and join them, put them together into the same analysis. That's a great way actually to analyze the efficiency, the performance of your robot, right? So you can compare how it works in different symbols. So if it works well in all of them, it means you have a winner, no? Probably. I mean, there's nothing sure in trading, but your chances are high. So That's how you analyze. Well, analyzing is a personal thing, so you have to look at it carefully. You have to make your math, right? You have to check it out really well. But that's how you load the report. That's what you, like, the technical features you needed to know. The next step now in the creation of a profitable strategy would be a thorough optimization, which you can also do with Alphadvisor's Optimizer. We have launched a brand new optimizer that works with artificial intelligence. Through data mining and machine learning, which are two branches of artificial intelligence, our new optimizer is able to find the most suitable set of parameters for each of your expert advisors. I'll teach you how to do that in tomorrow's webinar. And from here, now I'd like to invite you to join us and to attend to tomorrow's session. Because what we're actually gonna do, we're gonna optimize the robot we have just designed. Right? The Buster robot, it's gonna be cool. We're gonna optimize it tomorrow. So we're gonna optimize it, we're gonna run some back tests, and we're gonna compare the results. So that's how, that's gonna be the last step of the creation of a robot. So, that's gonna be very cool. If you haven't seen it, it's really worth it. So it's gonna be really interesting. I recommend you not to miss it because it's gonna be very nice. You're gonna learn a lot, and especially your systems are gonna have, what is your home language? Somebody's asking. Because of the accent, I guess. Our native language is Spanish. We're a company from Spain. So, yeah. So as I was talking, let me just tell you some interesting news before the end of the webinar. We have just launched a special offer, and it's a very cool offer. So now, if you open an account with Alpari UK through Alphadvisor, you'll get for free your special Alphadvisor Alpari license, which is valued actually in 590 euros. You'll be able to use our special Alphadvisor Alpari license. You'll be able to create your expert advisor. So you'll be able to use the expert advisors you create in the Alpari's real account that you have just opened with us, that you would have opened with us if you would take the offer. So, in addition to the robots that you would do, you could be using them at any other MetaTrader demo account, right, of any other broker. So it works with an Alpari real account and with all the demo accounts of any other broker of your choice. So check out alphadvisor.com for the details of the offer, for the conditions, and it's free. You have to know it's free of fees and there's no commissions and free of commissions. Just check it out, and you will love it. You will love the offer we're launching. It is a great opportunity. If you want to keep up to date about what we do, just follow us. You can follow us in Facebook and Twitter. You just look for Alphadvisor. That's our name in the social network. And you can check our website for further information on upcoming webinars. So, from my side, that's all. If you have more questions, you can just ask them in the chat or in the forum in our website. So thanks for watching and have a fine evening.